Now, before I talk about the where object command and how we actually construct a where object command, I need to introduce a couple of concepts. And these will all come together once we start using the where object command, so don't worry too much if it confuses you a little bit. The first concept is that a where object command is something we call iterative filtering. In other words, it's a loop. We have to loop through a set of objects, a set of rows, if you will, and read them, decide whether they belong or don't belong, and then throw away the ones that don't belong and keep the ones that do belong. So it's an iterative process. Computers are very linear. They do one thing at a time. So they can't just look at a whole group of objects and then just put them all in some order. They have to go through one line at a time as they go. So here's what iterative filtering means. It's just a sequence of events. Read one object, in other words, one row, perform some comparison, and then keep it or throw it away, and then loop to the next row, the next object. And there can only be two results of each of those looks at an object. It can be true or it can be false. Does x equal 1 or does x not equal 1? Does the service start with S or does the service not start with S? So it's either true or false, and those are the only two things that can happen here. When we get into using the where object command, we're going to have to build that iterative loop, and we'll see how to do that in a few minutes.